Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Blissfully Single Bean. I am your girl, Bean, aka Beans for Reezy, the blissfully single one. I just appreciate every eyeball that is eyeballing my video. I don't know if you got here through a search. I don't know how you got here, but I appreciate you and everything about you. I gotta apologize for a couple of things. Number one, I usually try and shoot my videos during the daytime where I have a lot of natural light. That was not possible, and it's going to go into apology number two. I live, if you know anything about New York, I live on Long Island, which is a suburb, and my family and my church is in Brooklyn, which is in the city. So it takes me about 45 minutes to go into Brooklyn, aka the city. So when I go to church on a Sunday, I'm spending all day between church and time with family. By the time I get back home, I left my house at 10:30 this morning. I didn't get back home until close to 8 o'clock. So I'm like, you know what? I watched the Ready to Love episode and it was everything. It was so cute. I'm like, you know what? I do not want to, if I don't do the review tonight, I wouldn't be able to do it until next Friday. And then by that time, I'd be backed up another episode. I didn't want to do that. I really wanted to, talk about it today. So please, if you're watching this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I live off of the comments. The comments are everything. I love talking to everybody. These are fun. These are fun. But I'm trying to get through Ready to Love. I want to get through a complete season to see if there's something that I continue to want to do. So anyway, Ready to Love, episode 17. Friend Patrol. And if you watched last season, you know the Friend Patrol means that the girls are coming in with their friends to grill these guys. So that's exactly what Nephew Tommy told the guys when they met up at the cigar bar today. The girls are coming in. You got to put your best foot forward, and you got to determine, after talking to these women and their friends, who will be eliminated. Because this week will be an elimination for the women. So the first meetup will be with Ashima and Darrin. Darrin is going to meet Ashima's friends, of course. So Darrin comes to the get-together with Ashima and her friends. And I must say, Darrin is one good-looking specimen. I love his haircut. Ooh, I love everything about Darrin. But Darrin and Ashima I think they're very well suited for each other. Darrin comes in. Darrin's talking to the friends and family. They're asking the pivotal questions. And then they're like, oh, drinks, let's do drinks or whatever. And then Darrin says to Ashima, baby, what you want, Pinot? And she's like, you already know that's what I want, the Pinot. And then the friends are like, oh, you already know her drink. So everything is going swimmingly. And then we get to the fact that Darrin has pets. 2 dogs, namely Labrador Retrievers. Beautiful dogs, just gorgeous. Wasn't Lassie a Labrador Retriever? I think Lassie was. But then they were like, oh, you don't know that Ashima does not like pets? And I was like, I am friends with plenty of people who have pets. Plenty of dog lovers. That might be a deal breaker. That might be. So Ashima's like, you got dogs? I ain't never met his dogs. Ashima's like, you don't got them dogs in the bed with you, do you? Do you? And Darrin was like, there are times I've woken up and the dogs have been in the bed with me. AKA, yes, bitch, these dogs be in the bed with me. But Ashima was like, oh no, you gotta put the dogs out of the bed, because those dogs will not do for you what I can do for you. Admittedly, Ashima, yes, you are right. There is no way a dog can give Darrin what he needs like you would. He's still not giving up them dogs for you. So he's had them dogs 7 years. So when I saw that scene, I was like, red flag. So that was that. And then the next scene was Reva's friends. Oh my God. One of Reva's friends was Erica Dixon from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I said, y'all be hopping these reality shows like a mother. But I was happy to see Erica Dixon. Who wouldn't be happy to see Erica Dixon? Erica Dixon of the high cheekbones, she's just so gorgeous to look at. Like, and she had the two braids. Like, she's perfection every time. So always nice to see Erica Dixon in the mix, in the fold, as one of Reva's friends or whatever. So the friends are chilling. The friends are like, oh, we're going to ask him some questions. Like, what's up? We finna ask him some questions. So Mario comes over. Mario hops out of the dope ass BMW, and Mario is with the shits. So the friends they write a whole bunch of questions down and they put it in a vase, and then, Mario's supposed to pick the questions out of the vase. The first question that Mario picks out is from Erica Dixon, and it's a really easy question. The questions get progressively harder, and especially since they're asking questions about about Tandy and the fact that he has a connection with Tandy and he is interested in Reva as well. So at this point, Mario's feeling a little bit attacked, and he's like, I feel like they're coming at me crazy hard, and Reva's not saying anything. One of Reva's friends said, what do you like most about Reva? And Mario was like, oh, she has a great personality and she's fun to be with. Great personality. Isn't that what you say about the ugly chick that you're trying to set up? That was the first thing that came to mind when he came out with great personality. Great personality is like, you don't really know her like that. Great personality is something that you're throwing out. And before I can even finish the thought, one of Reva's friends was like, that is mad broad. You got to come harder than that. And I'm like, sister, you are not wrong by any stretch of the imagination. And Mario did not handle himself well at that moment. I feel like these girls were just too much for Mario. I felt like these girls could see right through the bullshit. And the bullshit of the situation was, you say you're stuck between Reva and Tandy, but you're really not. You like Tandy, but you gave Reva a chance because Tandy pissed you off a couple of episodes ago and you wanted to see broader horizons. So I feel like Reva's friends completely read that. So at the end of the date, Reva walks Mario downstairs and Reva was like, you did so good, and gave him a cheesy hug. But he's leaving thinking, Reva, I'm not sure you are the one. So the next date is Alexis and Carrie. And let me tell you something. Alexis has two female friends and a guy friend. And the female friends are every bit as gorgeous as Alexis is. First of all, shout out to Alexis. Alexis stopped by my channel. Yes, bitch. I am fanning out. Alexis stopped by my channel. She left a comment. She says, I appreciate you reviewing my, reviewing the show. Follow me on ABCD. So please follow Alexis. I'll put it up here or I'll put it in the description box. But Alexis, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm totally fanning out. So Alexis and Carrie had their date, and Alexis had their friends there. Carrie comes in looking debonair, looking like a man who knows how to handle his shit. And when I tell you, by the end of this scene, he knows how to handle his shit. Before he walked in, Alexis was talking to her best friend, who looked like the game, who I get the impression that at some point in time he wanted to smash Alexis, and Alexis was not going there with him. So he was appointed the designated cock blocker for the night. Oh, he's 18 years older. Oh, he's this. Oh my gosh, Alexis, he's this, he's that, he's too old. So anyway, Carrie walks in, and then the friends are like, we love Alexis, and obviously, Alexis has great friends. So we gotta come like straight off the rip with you. Like, what's up? Alexis does not have any time to play. Alexis has her career on fleek. Alexis has everything together. What's up with the children's situation with such an age gap? Are you trying to have children with Alexis? And Carrie was like, let me tell you something. I was a single father, all right? And raising a child, having children, leaving your seed, leaving your legacy, that is the biggest blessing that you can ever have. And Alexis was like, oh my gosh, my heart was beating just the way he was talking about having children. And I was like, Alexis, I did not understand your attraction to Carrie, but now I'm getting it now. I'm getting you're a beautiful woman living in Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta has the highest capital of dogs in the world. And when I say dogs, I'm not talking about the furry ones. I'm talking about the ones that stand on two legs. So I feel like Alexis has been through some fuck shit. I feel like Alexis has gone through the immaturity of the dating scene in Atlanta, and she's not here for it. And Carrie is a refreshing alternative. Baby game, is coming, or the contrary stuff. Well, why would you have, babies at 50? At 50, I would be like, and I wouldn't want it anymore. I want to chill and enjoy the rest of my life. Bitch, you are not Carrie. You cannot speak for Carrie. You cannot. Just because you wanted to get in Alexis's drawers a time or two, honey, don't be trying to throw salt on Carrie's game. But at the end of the day, Carrie handled himself really, really well. I was so impressed. I'm like, Carrie, you are grown and sexy. Like, he dodged the game, aka Alexis' best friend's questions like, with class and tact. And Alexis, yes, that's the man you want to build a future with. So next we have Alexis and London on their one-on-one. They're not meeting friends. They're not meeting family. They're just getting together on their one-on-ones. And, I like this scene. There was an honesty and a vulnerability on Alexis and London's side that I really, really did appreciate. They're talking. Alexis brings up the fact that Divine, through the fact that London and Divine were eating chocolate strawberries together. And Alexis was like, I didn't appreciate that. Like, Alexis didn't frame it in the context where you have to choose, but Alexis is like, of course I can't feel happy knowing that you're talking to Divine like that, because Divine's going to take this stuff and throw it in my face. And this is what I liked about Alexis. Alexis was like, I'm jealous. Oh shit. Like, she showed that vulnerability. I am jealous. And London was like, okay, you can be jealous of Divine the same way I feel some kind of way when I hear about you and Carrie. Clapped. Clapped. I was like, yes, London. Put it right back on him. This is a dating game, and there's going to be a lot of back and forth. There's going to be a lot of jealousy. So the way that London responded to her was very mature. And then London goes on to say, my story with Divine is different than my story with yours. It's two separate things. I was here for it. Very nice date. I felt like they left on the same page and they knew where each other was coming from. Nice. So after that, we have Mario and Tandy. Mario's like, look, after these hoes roll... No, all right, not these hoes. I'm tired. My voice is raspy. I'm trying to get through this with my thought juice, a.k.a. Budweiser Lime Marita. I'm sorry. Mario was like, no, I do apologize. Mario was like, after the date I had with Riva and her friends, like, I'm looking forward to Tandy's friends because I'm hoping it's just not as intense. And it wasn't as intense. Tandy, as opposed to the 4 or 5 girls that Riva had, Tandy only had 2 girls there. And on top of that, there was a geographical connection because Mario's from Mississippi and the other girls from Alabama, which are not that far from each other. So they had those southern roots or whatever. So it was that off the bat was a good connection. They're playing mini golf together. And again, Mario felt comfortable. One of the ladies, one of Tandy's friends, questions him about Riva. We know you have another woman that you're interested in. you're interested in aside from Tandy? What's up? And Mario was very honest in that moment. He was like, you know what? There was another woman I was interested in, but there's some issues there, and I'm not sure. That was good enough for the friend. Like, they had a nice evening golfing together, and at the end of the evening, Tandy, like, she hugged him and she kissed him. She kissed him on the mouth. There was so much. There was physical affection there that he didn't have with Reva. He didn't. I think Reva hugged him or whatever, but Tandy went that extra step further. And I say all this to say because I have a lot of guy friends. I have a lot of guy friends who are married and, you know, in relationships. But the one thing that they struggle with is that piece of affection. When a woman doesn't show you affection, that weighs on a man. It really, really does. So the fact that Tandy was so affectionate, kissy, kissy, poo, poo, I'm like, Tandy, you are here to get yourself a man. It was a very nice scene, and you can tell that Mario had a better time with Tandy's friends than he did with Reva's friends. Reva, what does that Judge Judy mean? You know, when Judge Judy's tapping, girl, time is up. You are skating on thin ice. Next, we have the cringe-worthy moments of the evening. And I would say the cringe-worthy moment of the evening would be Kimber and Brent's date. What did I tell you guys my last review? What did I tell you guys? I told you guys that Kimber shot herself in the foot by eliminating Jimmy Jones, because Brent's energy will not align with Kimber's extra ass energy. And Kimber was extra, and it was mortifying as hell. Brent comes over with Kimber and Kimber's friends. Immediately, they start going in. Apparently, Kimber wants to have a baby, and she wants to have a baby now. Kimber tells Brent that her eggs are getting dry. Oh, Lord, have mercy. You really gonna tell a guy that your eggs are getting dry? Her eggs are getting dry. She needs to have a baby. Brent was like, okay, so in a perfect world, how soon would you want a baby? By the end of next year. Brent was like, oh, Lord, dear God. Like, I do not move that fast. He looked like a deer caught in the headlight. And then Kimber's friend tried to call herself clocking. Brent was like, oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? I met my husband in 8 months and we were married. Girl, slow down. We don't know the backstory to you and your 8-month engagement. We don't know anything about that. All I know from the outside looking in, looking at Brent's personality, you can't ask this man to have a baby within 8 months. And what I found problematic about this whole Kimber situation is that she feels like, I got the impression that having a baby was more important to her than finding a man that she loves to marry, to build a family with, and then having a baby. It's the whole breakdown of families. Okay. I cannot be that judgmental because I have 2 gorgeous little boys and I'm not married to their father, okay? But that's not a lack of me trying. I tried to get married, even though I knew he got to a point where he didn't love me like that. There were some pivotal decisions that I made and he was just over it. But I tried. I said, I know you don't love me like that, but let's just get married just to have this family unit together. So to see like Kimber is like, you know, baby, and she had nothing to say about marriage and a husband and building a life together, a family together, building wealth together. I'm like, Kimber, you's a bird, bitch. Next was London and Divine. London, I think Divine had a couple of friends. It wasn't anything intense or anything like that. But when they got together, Divine did the same thing that she usually does. Like, you know, trying to put London in a position where he has to choose between him and Alexis. And I feel like, I will say, when I look at Alexis and when I look at Divine and the London triangle, I see Divine and London a little better suited better suited for each other than Alexis and Divine. I do see that. But I feel like Divine is mad lazy. Divine just is putting in minimal work and wants, London to throw in the towel and say, oh, yes, I'm with you. I haven't seen where you've put in enough work for London to dead Alexis. And obviously, London has not seen the same. Like, London is not here for it. London is like, no. I see a lot of potential in Alexis, which is bullshit. Alexis, potential doesn't mean anything. But he doesn't want to, end things with Divine either. Divine, I don't think he likes you enough to dead things with Alexis. He wants to see completely where things go with Alexis before he can be like, bye, bye, bye. And that's what it is. Divine, I need you to step your game up instead of trying to make this man decide between you and Alexis. But then Divine was like, if he can't make a choice now, then I got to start looking at other alternatives. Divine, you should have been looking at other alternatives 7 episodes ago. You don't wait until you get this far in the game. You only put your basket in London. You only put your eggs in London's basket to be like, perhaps I should be looking into other suitors. You should have been in the beginning. Brent is here. Maybe you and Brent would have been a fine, couple. But I'm like, all right, Divine. So after all of this, the guys meet up at the cigar bar, and London mentions that he's caught up between Alexis and Divine, which sounds fair. Okay, Mario mentions he went on 2 one-on-ones, not one-on-ones. He met 2 of the girls' families. He said he didn't feel like he was getting the 3rd degree when he went out with Tandy and her friends, but he did say with Reva's friend, not only did he feel like he got the 3rd degree, Reva did not defend him, and that was a turn off for him. And then Brent was like, oh Lord, I think this is the cringy moment of the episode, part 2. Brent mentions that Kimber went in for the kill for all this baby talk and, I want a baby. And then London mentions old girl slid up in his DMs. Kimber slid up in London's DMs talking about we would have cute babies together. Kimber, I'm just gonna go ahead and say you a bird. You come off as a bird, and then when London was talking about you sliding up in the DMs, girl, I think you are a bird. This bird ass energy, again, you shot yourself in the foot by letting go of Jimmy Jones. Like, y'all got the same goofy, nutty ass energy. Like, you should have made it work with Jimmy Jones, because at this point you are embarrassing yourself, young lady. Yes, I can call you young lady. I'm older than you are. So Brent talks to Reva, and then Mario talks to Kimber. So Reva and Kimber are the bottom 2. At the end of the day, Kimber, you are not ready to love. Good for you. Your non-strategic ass. If you watch my last review, I said that Kimber shot herself in the foot because aside from Jimmy Jones, I do not see anybody who would be a good suitor for Kimber. And when I saw the previews to this week's episode, certainly was not Brent's laid back ass. So Kimber is going home. I must say, between Kimber and Reva, I felt like Reva should have been the one to go home, because I feel like Kimber maybe could have turned things around with Brent, maybe. But Reva, you're going to go back and try to fight for Mario's love? Mario's over it, especially since you didn't defend him. Guys feel some type of way. You don't defend a man in front of your family. I've been there. So that was Ready to Love. Great episode. I just love the dating dynamics and how it speaks to a larger conversation, because watching the show, I've been there, so many of my friends been there. Like, the dating game is not easy, honey. That's why I choose not to date. I got like a friend and I keep it moving. Like, it's way too complicated. Love the show. Love the show. So, oh my gosh, we'll see what's going on next week. But Kimber, I told you so, girl. I told you so. I told you. All right, that's it. Oh my gosh, my voice is almost gone. And again, I do apologize. I spent the day in church singing. And then after I went to church, I went to my cousin's house. We were celebrating her birthday. So, I was loud and singing and boisterous and all that stuff. But please, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please, just take 2 seconds to share my video. Just please. I am a resume writer. So if you need help with your resume, I'm going to have my email in the description box below. Please hit me up. And I keep saying, do not discount the need of having a good resume. People think they can write their own resumes, but I can write you a resume, an optimized resume with keywords, so that when you send your resumes out, you can get call backs from recruiters, because I optimize my resumes to get past the applicant tracking system, which is data that looks for specific keywords. And if they pick up those keywords, they invite you in for an interview. Everything is technologically based. So please hit me up. And please like, please comment, please subscribe. All right. I'm not sure if I'm going to edit this. I think I'm going to post this and go the hell on to sleep, because it's been a long day. Thank you guys so much. And everybody that subscribed to me, this single mom working 2 jobs. Wait, 3 if you count my resume writing. Appreciates everything that you guys do. Have a good night. Please see me again next week for Ready to Love episode 18. Love you guys. You have a good night. Cheers.